I want Ocean's 11 without the two sequels.
Okay. That's a fair
Just have
assumption.
Ocean's 11 be
Ocean's 11 is awesome, and it should have been left alone.
I haven't seen any of them.
But in my head, I was saying, like, oh, wow, I hope they make a sequel, and they really shouldn't have.
Okay.
But they did. They did.
So you think more movies should leave you wanting more, and they don't.
Right.
It's like
I think the reason they're doing so many sequels is the fact that it's just so much money.
It was also a topic that I had no idea. I didn't think
that's how it is with every...
This criminal.
Well, actually, the only... I would say TV is the only one that's not really doing sequels.
Well, TV is a sequel, right? That's seasons.
Well, TV is shit.
I mean,
I've never been a big
I wouldn't
fan
say
of live
that.
action
First of all,
TV
I would say there's more better TV than there are better movies
TV's
right now.
better now than it's ever.
I'd say
well, TV has more chances.
What?
I would say they're equal.
No, they're not equal.
You're just
they're
talking out of your
way
asshole.
no.
I don't. I think. Oh,
There's movies, and then there's TV, which is
TV
movie.
has Young Sheldon, so it's automatically worse.
Yeah, but that's CBS.
But hold on, though. Movies have Independence Day resurgence, so you could balance it out.
But there are like a handful of movies, and for every one movie, there's probably like 10 television shows.
I would say they're equal in terms of like release. I guarantee there's more than 500.
No, there's just so many bad television shows we don't.
And
even
there's
know
so many
they're
bad
out
movies
there.
that you don't even know
look at
about.
But there are way more television shows than movies.
No, because there's a new movie like every week, but there's only like a new TV shows. Like
Okay,
they
so-
all go at
Well,
you get a new
'cause
episode
they
every
have
week.
to.
We're in pilot season.
So,
Well, but they
hypothetically-
have to release television.
So right now
shows
there is
long time in
roughly
advance.
over 500 scripted television shows right now. You have to say there's more than 500 movies that come out in a calendar year.
There are like 500 shows on the History Channel alone.
I'm talking about scripted shows, not reality.
Oh, I'm talking
he's talking
all
about everything.
television.
Oh, overall, then yeah. But
Yeah, it's television is throw up.
Okay, but then if we're counting all television, we should include like indie movies.
Bollywood?
Absolutely.
No, because then we have to include Indian television,
No,
which
sorry.
is more throw up. I'm sure. I don't
can
know.
include
I've
Indian-
never
Well,
been
I don't know.
there.
Sorry, I said-
Indian television probably isn't completely flooded with American
No,
crime.
he said
dramas.
indie. He said indie movie.
As
Right.
an independent.
Independent
But I will
films.
count Indian
yes.
movies as well.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Indian.
No, I said it quickly.
Well,
Sorry.
Rich opened up a can of worms.
Yeah.
Let's address this.
Well, that's why I said
Does
Bollywood.
India have a television market flooded with American cop dramas?
I mean, they probably have their own version.
Indian cop dramas, yeah.
Yeah.
They
I would-
probably have Indian Young Sheldon.
Well, I'd like to
Let's
see.
Hold on. I don't want to
Young
accuse.
Raj.
Hold on. I don't,
you say?
Whoa. I don't want to
Young Raj.
accuse. I don't
Oh my
want to
God.
accuse other countries of war crimes without proper evidence. We don't know that there's a young Sheldon for every other.
It did get a full sequel, which I'm not, or a full season, which I'm not
It
surprised.
got surprisingly good reviews. Have you guys
Yeah,
seen?
it was actually. It
They
got
say
really
it's
good
well,
reviews.
Not like the Big Bang
No, they
Theory at all.
said a lot of the reviews say I refused to watch The Big Bang Theory. I was forced to review this. It's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good for CBS.
It's a case of the expectations were so low.
Well, the reason
and it's
there is
average.
the reason there is
We were all
like
shit
this is
talking
actually
this
a
show.
good family drama for the CBS because they put what they did was is it's Sheldon in this like middle of Texas town and he's this genius and they're like no one knows what.
Well,
the
they
hell do
have
with
to
him.
make it a drama though, Rich, because they can't do the autistic jokes that they do on Big Bang Theory with a little boy.
That's a good
Which they
point.
usually do with a grown man.
They should. They should do Young Sheldon, except it's like in the Always
Except
Sunny
he's-
universe.
Yeah, except yeah, because if they take the stuff they do to adult Sheldon, it's four people being.
Why don't we have
assholes to an
I would watch
autistic
Young
man.
Charlie.
I was just gonna say, why don't we have the young
Oh, yeah.
characters from It's Always Sunny
Oh, I would totally watch that.
I mean, isn't
and make
that
it just
isn't
as bad?
Like
Always
is-
Sun and like
Charlie's got to be a little bit
Technically.
autistic, right?
It's not done.
He's just a
I
little.
mean, aren't
probably.
they taking a break for a while?
Yeah.
I would
don't
also
know.
like to see Cops Mumbai if we're talking about Indian television.
You're gonna get real dark watching a teenage sociopath dentist, though.
Okay.
Okay, how is that
Fine.
any darker than adult sociopath? Dennis?
It's less dark, right?
All right.
So do we come up with a new show then?
Oh my god.
Should we pitch it?
To FX?
We should watch. You guys want to watch Young Sheldon?
No.
No.
I mean, I watched the pilot. It's not that terrible.
You did? What was your? Have you seen The Big Bang Theory?
No.
Oh, Well,
My
Never?
mom watched Young Sheldon. She's never seen The Big Bang Theory, and I yelled her to turn off Young Sheldon.
I watched it because I was curious, and I'm like, it's not terrible.
And I can't do the show because Sheldon's dad is Bill Ponderosa, and It's Always Sunny.
Oh boy.
And I told my mom that. I'm like, hey, this guy, Young Sheldon's dad, plays basically a drug addict on another show, and it's hilarious.
He's supposed to be playing an alcoholic on Young Sheldon.
How
but
fitting.
From what I hear, they're not going with that angle.
Really? I don't remember.
Aren't they making it more family friendly?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so
It's on at 8
since
o'clock.
when is alcoholism not family friendly?
Yeah, ever since Family Matters, right?
Yeah. See,
All right.
this is what's wrong with America.
Yeah,
that's
so
a good name.
we're back after, 2 weeks?
Who knows how long?
I think like a 2 week
We
break.
took a week off, right?
We took a week off.
Took a while off.
All right.
Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I like
The
it.
podcast awakens.
That could be our episode.
Can
Could
the
actually
Bills
be the episode.
offense awaken? I don't know.
It's,
Talk about the
I'll
NFL.
sit quietly and nod.
Fuck
we,
the Bills.
We don't have an
though.
Alec today for the ranting. So,
The Bills are who we thought they were.
and they kept us on the hook, and we deserve all the bad we get for it.
Yeah. Well, a lot has happened since the last time we talked about the Bills.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, they were really good, and now they're really bad again.
You see, you missed 1 week of
So-
podcasting, and all of a sudden
Well,
the
they
Bills
told
are
you it
bad.
was going to be 4-12.
Yeah. So as a non-sportser, what happened there? Why did they do so good? And then is it just luck? Is it
Yes and no.
Yes and
bad,
no.
just bad decisions?
Uh,
Is it-
strong defense.
The defense has been stellar.
Okay.
Like all the moves they did in the offseason to overhaul that,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
back on track. The defense is excellent.
As good as 2014, you think, or not yet?
I think they are.
Yeah, I do.
Close. I don't think they're quite there yet.
I think
I think
right
their
there.
secondary's better already.
Yeah.
I think we have the best safety duo in the league right now.
Yeah, I'm just talking about line.
Especially the Poyer signing. That's insane how good he's turned out to
Yeah, I
be.
know. After that career-threatening injury that he's had.
I wish they
Cleveland.
had more quarterback pressure, but
That's what I'm saying about that. Like in 2014, we almost
yeah.
set a record with
with
sacks.
Mario Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I think that year we finished with
That guy
almost
was
60 sacks.
I
In
prefer
the-
his brother Luigi Williams.
Like Mario's red vampire contact lenses. Those were cool.
In at least the Bengals game from yesterday, I think we would have had a lot more quarterback pressure if the officials actually called holding penalties.
Yes. Thank you.
Almost every single play, you would have the likes of Jerry Hughes, Kyle Williams getting held.
Yeah.
I,
They even called Kyle Williams for a holding, which I
yeah,
thought was
they
funny.
called him on a defensive hold. So
Crazy.
I think a lot of yesterday's awfulness of the game came down to tons of injuries. Charles Clay went down, and he's out for months now with a, torn meniscus? He had knee surgery.
Yeah. But
MCL
what does it-
sprain.
What does it say when their top two cornerbacks can go down and you still can't really get some separation?
And we would have been even better if EJ Gaines was healthy.
Right.
Oh, I forgot he was hurt.
Tre'Davious White is looking to be like an awesome.
Except he
first
did
round
get
pick.
burned by AJ Green a couple times. But
mean,
that's
you're a
that
rookie. You're
happened.
gonna
He
get
bit on the
burned
pump
by
fake.
AJ.
He's a rookie, and then
That
he settled
happened,
it down.
but, I
and
mean-
locked it in.
That's happened to better corners.
We had a Maven playing defense for us again, and he
He was
bad.
terrible.
Just to
Shocking.
be expected.
Who was
You
that?
activate some guy off
Greg
the
Maven,
practice
another
squad.
defensive back.
Oh, legit.
But no,
maybe.
who,
Okay.
who was hurt? We were down Gaines. Did we lose Sharice Wright, or did he
No,
play?
he
He
played.
played. I think Leonard Johnson was out.
He was in, then got out.
Colt Anderson, whoopee. Colt
It
Anderson
pissed me
defense.
off to no end when the announcer said, "This is a defense without Colt Anderson."
Yeah, pointless.
Never a starter, only played special teams, and some loser from CBS can say this is a defense without Colt Anderson.
And the defense was still unbelievably good yesterday.
Lights out.
It was lights out. They forced turnovers, and the offense could not put points up off those turnovers, and that's why we lost the game.
Bills always do that. Don't
I know Tyrod had no weapons to throw to.
It's gonna get out
We
worse.
couldn't establish the run game again. McCoy is only averaging like 3.4 yards per carry right now. His career average has never been below 4.
And I want to defend Tyrod, but why can't he get rid of the ball?
No, he's been holding
Throw
that,
it
that last
away.
game. He held on to it too much. He overthrew some guys. I know it was wet. It was rainy. That's why there were some drops. But
That's why
Yesterday-
we intercepted like 3 passes.
yesterday was bad Tyrod.
Yeah, really was.
We had good Tyrod against Denver. We had good Tyrod against Atlanta. and that's why we won those games. But bad Tyrod showed himself again yesterday.
On the
The
other,
offense was lethargic. They couldn't do anything, and that's why we lost.
yeah, on the other end of the spectrum, how about those Jacksonville Jaguars?
So lucky.
The Jacksonville what?
Yeah, I don't know what a
The
Jaguar
Jacksonville
is.
football team.
Well, whatever.
Where is
I
Jacksonville?
didn't watch that.
Georgia. Jacksonville, Georgia.
Jacksonville,
Nope, that's not
That
where it
doesn't
is.
sound like a place.
Well, that's what they call it down there, because it's so, like,
It's
not Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked off Roethlisberger 5 times.
5 times.
And
Yeah.
My fantasy
Roethlisberger still
quarterback.
threw for 300 yards. He still threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah.
Five
I
Uh,
think he's on the
seconds.
trade block.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, unless you have him on the trade block on your fantasy team. But
I'm gonna cut him. He's done nothing for me.
Welcome
all
to
year.
Dumpsville.
yeah, he had a bad game yesterday.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It was a home game too. You usually don't see bad Roethlisberger at home.
Yeah, I know.
And Pittsburgh is somehow still 3-2.
Yeah, I know. The Jets are surprisingly 3-2.
They shouldn't be, but they are
The Dolphins actually scored points.
because of cocaine.
But guys, the Chargers.
Did they finally win?
No,
No,
they lost.
Oh, I couldn't remember.
Oh,
I
the
did- I
Chargers
forgot.
won. Giants are winners.
No, that's right. They beat the.
Oh yeah,
they beat
did
the
they?
Giants.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they beat them.
How about the Giants? The Giants call it a season
Yeah, because Odell Beckham
Essentially.
called it a season.
since they lost like 5 receivers
Broken
yesterday.
ankle, and they are winless since
They-
the boat trip scandal last
They
season.
lost OJ.
Do they have Brandon Marshall?
They lost
got
him.
hurt. Sterling Shepard
Sterling
got hurt.
Shepard got
Odell
hurt.
Beckham got hurt.
Yeah,
Do we need to trade them a wide receiver?
I
Yes,
mean,
let's trade them Kalen Clay. They need that over the top threat.
right now their number 1 receiver is probably Evan Engram, their tight end.
Which he had only 4 targets yesterday and no
He
catches.
he went 0 for 0.
But Eli still had a decent game, at least fantasy wise.
Yeah.
To throw the big pick at the end though,
Yeah, it's classic Eli. Chiefs go to 5-0.
and look really good doing
They're
it.
scary good.
Alex Smith still looks really good.
What are they gonna do with that?
Oh, I know that, right?
Keep letting Mahomes grow. And then when it's time, you can trade Alex Smith.
Does Mahomes get pissy about it? Though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He's
if
a
they're
rookie. If
winning.
he's getting pissy about it, then that's
We'll
not
take
the
him.
right mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, trade Mahomes then. If you got to move Mahomes and he's that good, I'll take him.
We'll give them back their first round draft
No,
pick.
nah.
They're
No?
useless.
He's gonna lose
first round
value.
draft pick.
Give them a third round. Give them.
Yeah, give him one of the thirds. That
Oh.
will never happen.
I don't think they trade him for a third. They just keep him.
Yeah, rookie quarterback's doing well. Deshaun Watson, wow. And the Bills passed on him. He was available.
Did
Looks
they?
amazing.
I didn't know that.
Everybody.
What year? What draft? Was he third round?
He was first round this
He was
year.
first
First round,
Yeah,
but late.
Houston took him like 20s before us, though.
Oh, that's right. We traded down.
Then Jared Goff is finally looking decent.
This was
Carson
a,
Wentz is looking very good.
this was a make or break year for Jared Goff.
How did that LA team not win?
I don't know.
They should have.
They got rammed.
How about the Oakland Raiders coming real close too with EJ Manuel? I mean, there were parts in that game where it was like, did you see his throw to Amari Cooper?
No.
It was on the move, a dime 50 yards down the field. I'm
Well, it's
like,
because
where
he-
was this?
He reawoke his love for football. Reawakened.
Who?
Right.
EJ Manuel.
Oh,
So this will probably be another case of classic Bills player goes away from the Bills and then learns
Becomes
football.
Do we want to talk Sabres?
yeah. We can talk about the NHL in general.
I'm kind of disgusted right now.
They look garbage.
It's funny because the opener last Thursday against Montreal, that looked like a completely different team. They were driving play, they played fast, they scored, and the only reason they lost is because of Carey Price. And I think a lot of the reason they've been garbage the last 2 games since then is because they lost that opener. I really think that just took such a mental toll.
Yeah, I know.
And they are
But-
mentally weak, and it is showing
In
right now.
that Montreal game, Jonathan Drouin completely made Robin Leonard look silly. Mm-hmm. I mean, Robin Leonard's has probably like a 25 save percentage in the shootout.
Yeah, and I don't want to fault Leonard for the Islander game. I know he let some bad ones in. The defense left him hung out to dry.
Whatever.
And all of those bad goals that Leonard let in happened after
I think he was shaken up more than he wanted to admit.
he was. And he
Because
got
immediately
run.
after that,
Who was it?
neck
Mayfield.
thing-
There was Mayfield that ran him wrist line and into Leonard.
Yeah, and then
he got
immediately-
hit, and immediately after that is when the flurry of goals started.
he let in 2 straight shorthanded goals.
and I
2 straight
think
shots.
he probably wanted to jump that guy and beat the life out of him.
Oh my God,
And
that
if they
would've
would have
been
let
crazy.
him,
Should've.
I think he would have played a better game in goal.
He might have.
I think Leonard is
But
better when
I
he's
will
angry.
say, at least Ristolainen went after him.
Yeah.
I will say, at least we protected our team. But how about Ovechkin? 2 straight hat tricks, 7 goals.
7
already?
goals in
Unreal.
2 games.
And the one turnaround slap shot he made. Oh my god.
And
Oh.
they said he was going to fall apart.
I know.
That's vintage Ovi right there.
Did you see Pat Kane's backhand
Yes.
against Pittsburgh?
Pat Kane ridiculous as well.
From like the face-off circle, top shelf.
Did
like-
you just they beat Pittsburgh 10-1?
10-1.
How does that
opening night.
happen? That's proof right there that even the best teams, everybody has slip-up games.
Yeah, I like. How do you like?
Especially this early
For
in the
us,
season.
it's all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, basically. But whatever. And Colorado basically already has more wins than they did last year. They have 2.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
They won today. They got
They
a
did.
shutout.
Again, we'll see how long it lasts. Anything's possible.
Do you want to mention baseball?
Go Tribe.
Yeah. Go Tribe.
They won today, 3-2. So they're officially, or they won 5-4, but they're
Yankees
officially
suck.
moving on.
So Yankees are eliminated.
Yes.
I think they are going to
Oh no,
fight.
they're playing the Indians. Astros. Did I say Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to say Astros.
Yeah,
So the
Astros
Red
are
Sox
moving on.
are eliminated.
Oh, good.
That's
like
fine.
the Astros, too.
Yankees, if they get eliminated, I think
That game's at 7.
Girardi's getting fired if the Yankees get eliminated.
I don't know, because I don't know if they were. I don't know if they were predicted to do that well this year. I wouldn't have predicted them to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but then Aaron Judge happened, and
Exactly my point. If it wasn't for him, they probably would have been like.
their pitching staff was decent.
Maybe they
That's
need
true.
to change their logo.
They also blew a massive lead against Cleveland the other night, losing that one game
They did.
2 ago. But
Diamondbacks look decent, but the Dodgers are still a better team.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay. So
That's it for me.
I just want to mention one other thing. Oh, the U.S. soccer team beat Panama 4-0, so they actually still have a chance of making the World Cup. Had they lost, they probably wouldn't have made it. So they have one more game tomorrow against Trinidad and Tobago.
So they should be able to win that
So
one, right?
they should be able to win. They're playing in Trinidad.
Why not Tobago?
Well, whatever.
Too hot. I don't.
They
I don't
practice
know.
on
That's
a-
probably
They
not.
They say
practice on like
Tobago, Tobago.
a
Tobago.
super
Tobago, Tobago.
like flooded pitch today or yesterday. It was like completely flooded.
Is it in the canal?
No,
I thought pitches are for baseball.
no soccer they call pitch.
The field.
The field is
The
the
field.
They
pitch.
gotta stop doing this,
Exactly.
man.
Yeah, those cross sport
I'm never
terms
gonna.
are
Yeah.
I'm
confusing.
never gonna learn.
They, the sports people.
Those
Yeah.
people need to stop.
So
The guys who
following
design all these
Tuesday,
I
Yes.
assume there's a council for
The
this.
secret
right?
cabal
following
that control all
yeah,
that sort of thing.
following Tuesday's qualifiers, we'll know all 32 teams that qualified. But as of now, Russia, because they're the host nation, so they automatically qualify.
That's
That's
not
dumb.
fair. I guess they do need to get people in the seats, though.
Yeah, and they added that awkward outdoor bleacher extension on their stadium. Did you
Did
see the
not see
pictures
it.
of that?
Is it just like a bleacher hanging outside of a stadium?
Basically, yeah. Oh, it's weird.
Neat.
Sketchy.
Yeah, so the other teams that have qualified so far are well, Brazil, because Brazil's really good. Iran, Japan, Mexico, Belgium, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Germany, England, Spain, Nigeria, Costa Rica, Poland, Egypt, Iceland has made their first World Cup, and Serbia.
Go Iceland.
That's cool.
Team Iceland all the way.
That's my new catchphrase. It's like
I like
I
it.
make it sound like.
But basically,
Kupati.
U.S.'s future is in the hands of a 19-year-old kid.
Freddie Adu.
Nope, Christian Pulisic, the boy wonder. That's what his nickname
Where's
is.
he
already.
from?
He just said he's American.
Where in
America is a
asking-
big place.
Are you asking what is he?
Is he Polish? Is what I'm getting at. But
You're asking about his
heritage.
descent. It's quite different from.
I also want to know like what
state?
city he's from.
Okay.
I'm looking. He's from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's
Oh.
neat. That's close by. We can
Nice.
visit
a,
his
a
home.
Polish kid from Hershey, Pennsylvania is
He's
the
not
best
Polish.
soccer player?
He's not what?
I don't know
is
what he actually is. Maybe he is.
Well, before you make some
Say-
kind of
let's say-
accusation
Take
like
guesses
that,
then. Is
Say-
he Czech?
Well, he's from Hershey, so we know he's a chocolate
Is
boy.
he Russian?
Read the name again.
Is he
Christian Pulisic.
Slovakian?
I'm just
Pulisic,
Pulisic.
Is he
Pulisic.
Norwegian?
probably. He's definitely Polish, man. I don't know.
Croatian.
Croatian.
It's
Ooh.
Croatian.
They're
That's a
good.
curveball.
They're good at soccer, I think.
They're not bad.
I've only known one Croatian person. He was super into soccer.
Croats. Croutons.
He plays for Borussia Dortmund, one of the top teams in Germany.
Well, now he plays for America, the best team in America.
Well, that's his national team. Borussia Dortmund is his club team.
Yeah, don't care.
Are we the best team on this continent, at least?
No.
No? Mexico's better than us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico's a lot better than us.
Build the wall.
We're 31st ranked in the world, and they're like 17.
Are we the best team east of the Mississippi?
I
Canada,
guess.
too. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Canada's like 80th in the world.
We're the best North American
I guess
team east of the Mississippi.
Every country is east of the Mississippi if you go far enough.
Well, every country
Unless
is
you're-
west of it, too,
unless
if you
you're a
go
flat-
far enough.
Unless you're a flat earther.
Well,
Yeah,
all I
then
have
the
for-
edge is right there.
That's all I have for sports.
The edge. Like you two?
Yeah, just like you two. Are they
He's
flat
always
earthers,
He's
too?
always just there.
All right.
Where do you want to
Craig.
move to next?
You're the one with the binder full of
Tell me
topics.
what-
Binders full of women.
That's
tell me
the
what
other
topic.
binder.
Do you have any
Remember-
I
poetry
don't
in there
know.
that you can read to us?
No.
Remember
What if
when
you-
Binders Full of Women was a meme that was politically toxic enough to bury a presidency?
That tells you something about the candidate.
Yeah, well, Howard Dean.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's,
Yeah! That ended an entire political.
That was like
Oh, there
there's
is
a-
actually one more thing I wanted to mention. Catalonian independence from Spain.
Which the Spanish said never happened, but
Well, they're doing a referendum right now.
an illegal referendum.
Yeah, according to them. But
According to the people that determine its legality.
according to Spain's president.
Well, I'd be pretty pissed too if one of my cities broke off into
Yeah,
another
well, basically the reason it's in sports is because of Barcelona.
country. Have you ever been to Barcelona?
No, I have.
Barcelona?
I haven't been there either, but I'm told that when you're there, the Catalan government takes credit for everything that happens. Like, check out these clean sidewalks brought to you by the Catalan government. Or, look at this sweet tour bus that you're on.
But
Thanks to the Catalan government.
anyway, so Barcelona, a lot of the players are in favor of secession, and La Liga said if they do secede, they will not be allowed to play in Spain anymore in La Liga, so they'll have to find another league.
Well, I bet other leagues will be happy with that.
Yeah, but it'll also hurt La Liga because basically it just means Real Madrid wins it every year.
Or will the Spanish military come in and, like, kill people?
I wasn't
As the
political.
Spanish are wont to do in the 21st century.
That's not meant to be political. I'm just logistically speaking.
I don't know.
They're,
But
they're
anyway-
surrounded by another country that
Like
probably
there's talks
doesn't
of
want
them coming to the
exist.
Premier League in England. Also, one of the worst kept secrets is just a giant super league of all the best teams in Europe. Just the 6 best teams in England, the 3 best teams in France, the 2 best teams in Spain, and just making a giant super.
They should probably just do that anyway, because games would be better.
It'd just be like 10. It'd just be like 16 of the best teams in the country.
Sign me up. That's
Wouldn't
why
that
people watch the
kill the
World
rest
Cup.
of soccer, though?
No, because then all the other teams just continue what they're doing.
Right, but then who's...
It would make the other.
Why would
leagues-
I watch the other crap leagues when I can just watch Super League games?
Maybe that team's from your hometown?
That too. Also, it would make the other leagues more
I don't know.
competitive.
Well, that's like... Why
Like-
don't people
Why-
go watch the
why do
Binghamton
people- yeah.
Senators?
like Germany league, the Bundesliga. Borussia Dortmund wins it every year by 20 points. Wins it clear by 7 games last year.
That's
There was
a league problem.
8 games left by the time they
We don't
won.
need to pretend that there's no solution to this. The solution is a salary cap and paying attention and...
Well, I don't think a salary cap
And making
is ever going to
rules.
happen due to the fact that a lot of the top teams are in the most valuable teams in the world type of thing.
Right. But we don't need to pretend that there's no solution to parity.
That's true, but it won't happen after the fact that like MLS is the only league that has a salary cap.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a lot more competitive, and all the teams have a chance every single year, and wow, that's great.
True, but it's also not regarded very well because of that. they can't spend a lot of money on players.
Right.
So
So
no one
I'm
wants
just
to
saying,
come
if
here.
we can all agree on a salary cap.
I mean, it hasn't hurt baseball.
there is no salary cap in baseball. There's
Exactly
a
my
luxury
point.
tax. And
And it's like $200 million.
look at all the teams in the playoffs. It's the teams that spend the most money. It's ridiculous. And the Cleveland Indians.
The Indians' payroll is not that high.
I know. But
Diamondbacks
it's-
payroll isn't that high.
It's like the Yankees are there.
Astros payroll's not that high.
Astros' payroll
Boston's
is like
there.
the second lowest in baseball.
That's because they spent years being the worst team and drafted all these really good players.
That's a good point. But there is no draft in soccer. They
Right.
just sign 5-year-olds.
right.
I mean, it's true.
We can talk about the merits of that.
That is true. They sign them to their academy. Baseball,
academy.
baseball does it too.
Then they go to boot camp.
I mean, it's basically like training camp. They just sign them, and then you're
All
just
these
in their
sports
academy.
are terrible. Can't they let kids be kids, man? How is it not slavery to buy children?
They're not buying them; they're signing them to a contract.
So
They're
buying
buying. That is.
You think slavers
They
don't
are
have
buying
contracts?
They are
Hello,
buying the services
slaves,
of the
sign
children.
here.
I mean, that's technically
They're not
all of
enslaving
sports.
them. They're just creating a strict contract.
That's
where
technically
if
all of
they
sports.
stray
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
any
wait,
of
but
the
these
Right,
are
but they're
children.
adults.
These are children.
In baseball, you can get drafted in high school.
Yeah, but you don't get.
You're not
They're
five
not
in high
in
school
high
unless
school.
you're like really good at
Yeah.
True.
baseball in high school.
I mean, let's not say like, oh, he's 16. That's no different than a 5-year-old. Like, there's kind of a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's logistics,
Right.
but
Like if
Logistics.
If it-
16, 5.
if a teacher had an affair with a 16-year-old, you'd be like, that's really unethical.
wait, that's getting
and gross.
Okay.
If a teacher had an affair with a 5-year-old, you'd be like, shoot that motherfucker in the head. Right?
yeah, that really puts
That's
it into
true,
perspective,
but-
huh?
Yeah.
Or did it?
Kind of.
So it's kind of like
can of worms
it's like
there.
that. It's like you're raping them with soccer.
They're 5 years old. They can't consent to a contract, or
Well,
they'll be punished if
They don't
stray
even
from
know.
Yeah,
their
so this
sexual
all falls on the
orientation.
parents.
It's like it's the toddlers and tiaras. Like
It's
know,
the parents exploiting their good soccer playing kids for money.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't even know like to the extent of that contract.
How often?
No,
are
I
the-
don't either.
How often are the parents like washed up former school
Well,
athletes?
and-
Like
and-
most of them,
Make it
like
big.
I don't think
If
they
the
actually.
kid's good too.
I don't think they actually get paid. I think they just train and like basically you sign the kid and you train
conscript-
them.
You conscript them.
And then eventually the kid gets paid.
You hope that they become good enough.
Yeah.
What if they don't? What happens?
Then,
Then
you just
they
cut
get
them.
executed. I don't know. It's
Then
not
you
a
just
big
cut
deal.
them. Like it's super
Literally.
competitive. No,
I don't.
like basically what they do is
Why
they,
should you be allowed to do that? In what other industry would it be? Would a steel mill sign a 5-year-old?
I mean, it's. I feel like it's
Is
the
that
same
okay?
as playing like pee-wee hockey and all those little leagues and all that.
no.
It's just done by a professional team.
Well, they don't. Make,
no. It's not because
They don't make.
you
little
do that
leagues
for
sign
fun,
contracts,
and you
do
don't
they?
sign a contract.
No, but there are like I know that you don't sign a contract, but there are like camps and scout-
But that's for every sport.
No, but yeah, but scouting
But
and
it's
that
like-
kind of stuff does happen in
it's
other
like-
sports at that young age.
It's
I'm
like
fine
done
with
on the-
scouting them. You can look at the kids all you want.
It's like done on the same level. It's
There's
just.
It's
something
touching, that's the
inherently-
problem.
There's just
Wait, what?
I think there's something inherently weird about signing 5-year-old kids to contracts of any kind. It's like, wouldn't you sign on the dotted line, yeah? And then
I
what
mean,
happens is
it's
they-
even in the U.S. It's even in Major League Soccer. All the
Well,
American
of course,
teams.
we worship sports over here. We don't care about children. My point is,
that doesn't make it
it's
right.
weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's something about the contract that makes it. Like you're saying, Little League hockey, it's like casual, and the kids are just doing it for fun. It's like I don't
Well,
know.
I guess in some regards, I guess it'd be like. I mean, they don't. Maybe they play games, but I know mostly it's to develop. It's when you sign them to an academy. You basically, it's like a developmental.
It's
camp.
like signing the kid up for a gym membership.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's like a developmental camp and they just
Why shouldn't they? Like,
Instead of summer camp, they go to soccer
basically,
camp forever.
yeah.
You know there are dubious goings on behind the scenes. You don't get into that situation unless,
unless you go to Penn State.
yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's move.
Ooh, okay.
Penn State, more like Pence's taint.
Got him.
So how about that? So how about that Justice League trailer? Did you guys all get a chance to watch it? I know you did because we watched it together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend we didn't. Did you guys all get a chance to watch that new Justice League trailer?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yep, it was a trailer.
It didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't make me feel better about my problems with the DC cinematic universe. It still looks too gray and muted.
Yeah.
Which is just supposed, like, Batman is supposed to be gray and muted. Everything else, you can have color in there. That was my biggest problem with Man of Steel. It was dark, and it's not supposed to.
The
Batman
color
is
was
supposed to be
steel.
dark. Aesthetically, it's a dark movie, and it shouldn't be. It's a Superman film.
Yeah. I think a lot of movies are doing that nowadays, though. It's like
It's noir.
Well, they
wanna be gray.
they mistake the darkness for maturity. They think
That's true. I will
adults
agree
like
with
this
that.
better. Look, we're more grown up than Marvel because we have the sky is gray, and everything takes place.
And
at
everything,
night.
everyone's brooding.
Maybe
Yeah,
they just
kind of.
grew up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
The Flash is gonna be weird because I'm used to TV universe Flash,
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
and since it's not
Connected at
being
all.
played
Thank
by
God.
Grant Gustin and not connected, I'm gonna.
We're still all
Have a
gonna
tough
see
time
this
with it.
movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
no,
Yeah.
So they
definitely
got
is
us by the balls, right?
Especially,
Yeah.
Especially since I have movie pass.
Yeah, I have Movie Pass now.
I don't
so
have
So-
Movie Pass, but that's
If I don't see it, it would be a crime.
I've seen so
I gotta
many.
take care of that movie pass thing.
Yeah.
I should, but I'm too lazy.
Well, that's the thing. They're not gonna do things differently because they know we'll go see it. It's the same thing with Michael Bay and all the Transformers movies. They've made 5 now, and he came right out and said, "Yeah, you're all gonna complain about the movie, but who are you kidding? You're all gonna go see
They're
it."
making a Bumblebee
How is
spinoff that
that-
he's not directing.
Yeah, but how is that not like a giant red flag that everybody in attendance going, "Wait a minute, does Michael Bay think I'm an idiot?"
I have not seen a single of the Transformers sequels.
You
and
only
I-
saw the original?
I saw the original,
Good.
and not even in theaters. I saw it on DVD.
Keep it.
Yeah,
that
same
way.
I
here.
mean, I've seen the first.
5?
No, I've seen them all except the last one.
Yeah, me too. I've seen 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well,
But I haven't seen any of them in theaters.
the thing with
I've waited them to
Transformers-
come on TV, or
Yeah, I only saw the first movie.
I'll
in
rent them
theaters.
from like Family
Yeah.
Video or something.
10
like
years ago, too.
Has it really been 10 years?
2007, the first movie came out. They've been milking this thing for 10
Holy
years.
cow! In 10 years, they've stolen $50 from
Michael
some people.
Bay has
And they
has
each one makes
destroyed cinema and made
billions
hundreds
of.
yeah,
He's made billions of dollars.
He's
I'm-
done other things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Are you-
Destroyed cinema. Is,
I don't know about destroyed
obviously,
cinema.
I'm using hyperbole.
Yeah.
But these are not great films.
I mean,
I hesitate to call them films.
I
They're
mean,
movies.
they're films.
We don't need to get political, but we need to stand up against Michael Bay. Is what
No.
you're saying.
No, they're films to a certain regard. I mean, they're just action movies. It's what it is.
Yeah.
They're. You could do a good, smart action movie.
I don't
We
need a
can,
good. I don't
without
need that
being Michael
thing-
Bay.
You can, but I'm fine with just it being like
idiotic action.
Yeah.
just balls to the walls.
Movies.
Yeah.
Like
the movie
Transformers.
Kingsman.
Just because there is a story about Spider-Man: Homecoming. The
Oh,
fact that they
God,
might
is it someone who has
introduce.
a problem with it now?
No.
Oh, okay.
So there's a deleted scene that they might introduce another Spider-Man in the next movie or in a couple movies.
Another Spider-Man?
Because there is the introduction of Donald Glover's character, Aaron Davis, the uncle of Miles Morales,
Oh, okay.
and Marvel's Universe's newest Spider-Man, who took up the Peter Parker role in the Ultimate Comics. And now in a newly released deleted scene from the upcoming Blu-ray, Donald Glover is featured in the scene, calling home and saying, "I'm sorry, Miles, I'm not going to make it." So they were wondering if Miles Morales will actually be in the next movie. But
Donald Glover wanted to be Miles Morales. They could have just used him instead of another Peter Parker film. That's what I think. They've rebooted the Peter Parker movies 3 times now.
yeah,
They could have just gone with Donald Glover. He would have been good.
well, I think eventually.
Well, we
they'll
get
go
that
there.
we can't reboot it now because they're in.
Yeah, they're
the
in the Tom
universe.
Holland.
Right.
But eventually, I think,
'Cause
like what I was
didn't
hearing is
see-
like maybe if they do like 2 or 3 movies and then you bring in,
Yeah.
or he's introduced as like a little kid or something.
Can we kill this one then?
No, he takes up Peter
You,
Parker's
just,
mantle.
you want to see Marvel
I want to
superheroes
see
die.
a Marvel superhero dead.
Yes. That's why I hated Civil War.
'Cause
No,
one
we
We already
actually-
had
already
this
ranted.
debate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I won't
He went
call
on-
that old crown.
Okay, so next, Deadline is reporting that
You
they're
might have gotten
making
your wish, man.
Teddy
Finally.
Roosevelt film. It has been set up by Paramount with Leonardo DiCaprio starring and Martin Scorsese directing it. So basically, the movie is.
Two people who need to retire.
So basically, it's
Two
going to
people who
track
not
his.
need to be involved with Theodore
It's going to
Roosevelt.
track his military exploits and political, where he moved from New York governor to vice president to becoming the youngest president when William McKinley was
They have to
assassinated
keep doing
in
these.
1901.
They have to keep doing these famous figures stories now, where they
These
portray-
biopics.
Yeah. That
Can it be
have
Theodore
to-
Roosevelt Vampire Hunter?
I don't-
And then
yeah,
I'd be okay with
They
it. then
keep
do
doing
whatever
this
you want.
thing. This they keep reusing this. Not the Social Network. What was the Orson Welles movie? About the newspaper. Oh, Citizen Kane. Mm-hmm. They got to keep doing that over and over and over.
I mean,
again.
I guess if they're gonna make this,
Citizen Kane. What about
I never
Citizen
saw it.
Kane?
Well,
It's
they
not a biopic.
Well, no, but they keep doing this thing where they take. There's got to be. Social Network did it. Then they did it twice with Steve Jobs. Like, they got to take this famous male figure and they got to put him in as the lead in a new movie showing he's complicated.
yeah. Well,
I'm
basically,
tired of
I
this.
guess, Paramount probably wanted.
They did it with. Didn't they do it with Benedict Cumberbatch as Julian Assange too?
I don't know if it's Paramount that made that movie. I don't know.
Well, I don't.
We talk about filmmakers as they as one big
The ominous
conglomerate.
they.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
The
I guess
others.
if Martin Scorsese is gonna direct it,
Yeah, I
you
guess-
might as well have the person that he works best with.
Well, works most with.
But
Yeah.
why is this movie being made?
I don't know.
True.
Yeah, it's
Money.
like
That's true. Well, actually, he's not the person he's worked the most with.
Money, 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 money.
who
Robert De Niro.
in like this era, I guess.
Oh, I'm just going overall.
Yeah.
The yeah.
Modern era. Why doesn't Tom Hanks just play Theodore Roosevelt? And we can all
Unless
tackle it.
I don't want to see a Teddy Roosevelt movie unless they dig up Robin Williams and put some sunglasses on him.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's this shit.
Well, can't we just make a digital Robin Williams? Because
They can do that now.
Yeah.
we've already crossed that line.
BoJack Horseman covered that ground. They made a whole movie. Just they take a digital image of your head and then they rotate it 360 degrees, and then they won't need actors anymore.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't know. I'm surprised that they're making this film, but
Then we can have the next James Bond movie with Sean Connery.
all right.
Yes.
So next, according to Deadline, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller have found their next directing project and have signed on to develop and direct Artemis, the novel by the Martian director Andy Weir. The project is a big priority
film is from
by
Mars?
20th century.
No, the
Fox?
director's from Mars. The
Oh.
film is being made here.
Great.
No, he wrote The Martian. Is what I
Yeah.
said.
It was an autobiography.
What?
So they're making Artemis, you said?
Yeah.
Is
Or
that
like
who is-
Shartimus.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that the
So-
More like art
is that-
I won't miss.
Yeah, is that the mythological figure or is that the
No,
DC
so the project
character?
is
Funny
a
with
big
an
priority by 20th Century at Fox, and they're going to distribute it. And it's described as an adrenaline-charged crime caper centering around Jazz, a 20-something-year-old woman who lives on the small town of Artemis, the first and only city on the moon.
Okay, so that's not what I was
Don't care. Not gonna see this one.
I will. I really enjoyed The Martian.
expecting. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I mean, it's
but-
just the same source material. That's. I mean.
yeah, it's written by the same author.
It
so-
I heard it was a great comedy. It's what the Academy Awards
The Martian?
told me.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, if it's directed by Lord and Miller, it's probably going to be somewhat comical.
Well, we all agree that The Martian was a drama that had some comedy in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we can all agree that the Academy got it wrong and it does not fall in the category of a comedy.
Well, they're not the only ones who have done stuff like that. The Babadook on Netflix got put in the gay movies section. There was a big.
I mean, do we know the
There's-
Babadook's orientation?
What? I don't know.
It's
Is there
complete.
no- is there some
it's
Babadook on
such,
Babadook?
it's so subtle in its LGBT representation that you don't even notice.
Yeah. It's revolution.
That's how they're all gonna be. We're gonna it's gonna be so mainstream that we're not even gonna notice. There won't be categories soon.
This podcast is actually going to be in the LGBTQ plus category.
I doubt it. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
It could be.
I'm gonna tag it that way. We'll see.
That's fine.
No, then we can't get the paid heads. Don't do that.
Well, no, I mean, we talked about those issues. Like, are you cool with gay people, Matt?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go, people.
Wow, yeah.
Now it's a special interest podcast.
We all love gay people, you know.
I'm indifferent. Easy there with the we all love gay people. I love
trying
them
to
as
say-
much as straight people, which isn't that
that's
much.
the measure.
You know what show is losing me?
The
And I don't even watch it. So I don't know if it's losing me. I'm staying the same on it. Gotham.
I like Gotham.
I know people watch it.
It's very good.
Well, that's another series.
And
that
I
is,
was fine. I'm like, wow, that's a very interesting idea. Like, okay.
But they're
gonna-
speeding up the timeline.
No, we're going to follow Gordon around and get the backstory on the city and stuff. And now we're making Teen Batman a hero. And it's like, you ruined the whole idea of the
ruined Batman.
show.
Well, they're doing their own take.
You can't just
no,
take all the
what-
villains and turn them into teenagers and then take Batman and make him a 12-year-old crime fighter. Like,
wouldn't
that's
really say
not
all
what
the
the
villains
show
are
was
teenagers.
supposed to
I'm
be.
not gonna lie, that sounds dope.
Like,
It's a
I like
terrible
I think
idea.
it's
I
a
like
bad
it.
idea.
It's Smallville for Batman, don't you?
I
love
think
Smallville.
Gotham is.
Except
I
it's
think
not
Gotham
like
is really
a-
good. I
A
don't.
high school Batman.
I'm very
It's like-
surprised-
he's like 11 years old.
He's a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
I
wait
am.
a couple of years.
I am surprised that they did the Batman thing, but in terms of
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised
Like,
they did the
it's a show
Batman thing.
called-
And
it's a
here's
show called
here's
Gotham.
why I'm not
they
surprised.
came too soon.
Well, here's why I'm not surprised. I think they knew they were not going to get people liking the show.
except it did. It has
Unless-
really good reviews in the first season.
Yeah, and I think they didn't have.
They
faith
didn't
in
stay
it.
true to
Right,
themselves.
That's true. I think they should have stuck
they
with-
figured we can't do a series about Gotham without Batman. People are gonna leave, so
Yeah.
then they shoehorn in 12-year-old Batman.
Well, I
Pup
mean,
named Scooby-Doo Batman Edition.
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, tell me that's not what they did. They totally, were doing fine and then had a premature ejaculation with this whole
yeah.
introducing
And now they got
Batman.
teenage Batman and teenage Catwoman.
I mean, the character. I mean, it was.
Almost preteen.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like 13 in the show.
It's
yeah.
disgusting.
you're supposed to watch
It's
Batman
stupid.
and Catwoman as adults, not kids.
I mean,
It's
it's
weird.
their
And part of
own-
the intrigue of their relationship was they knew each other as adults. Like they
Yeah,
oh
they
wow.
knew each other's public personas, but they didn't know they were connected to each other's super.
Right, I don't want 13-year-old Batman to know 13-year-old Catwoman, and
Well, you know what? Are
That-
you watching it?
I'm definitely not. I was thinking about watching it because it's on all the streaming services.
It's on. It's on. Yeah.
So I consider watching
the
just
the
binge
first 3
watching
seasons
it.
are on Netflix.
Right now, I can't do that though because I know they're going to a stupid place.
I like it. I think it's a good
So
show.
basically, it's the same as if it had never existed at all.
Right, so
like,
I can't say they've lost
So-
me.
so
They just,
chill out.
Yeah, like I don't.
but they had a good idea.
Okay, that's
And
why,
I'm willing
that's
to
why
give
you're
it
so
to them.
frustrated.
Basically,
Right,
what the,
because you were intrigued, and then
It was
they messed
fine.
up.
because
and I'm
it
like,
was
oh, maybe I'll
something
binge watch
different.
this.
Basically,
and now
what
it's
the-
something not different.
Right.
enough.
It's like a
It was an Ocean's 11
a half,
idea,
well,
and then they made
basically,
the Ocean's
an
12.
HFFA, right? Like in Scrubs, like a woman that's hot from far away, and then she gets close, and you're like, ooh.
I guess so.
So like that.
I don't know, but basically the premise was you take Gordon when he's
No,
like just a cop.
I got it. Yeah.
I don't know, and then it has like the origin stories for all the villains.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
And
just, I don't
keep,
need teenage Batman.
keep working that out.
Right.
Like I don't know why I don't like the title of this season is Gotham: A Dark Knight. That's the title for this. I wanted this. Scarecrow only lasted like one episode. I wanted that to last.
This is
longer.
another thing. See, they started making a DC movie and they wished they were making a Batman series.
It's on Fox.
So then they put in 12-year-old Batman.
And they Gordon is so cool. Like what a cool guy. Just run with it.
Yeah.
Can you? Do you have topics written down?
For games.
Yeah.
Just a
Go
couple.
over just. Read
Just
the-
basically
read the
they
headline real quick.
basically EA announced what they're having for Battlefront 2. So it's going to be Camino, Kashyyyk, Death Star to Endor, Mos Eisley, Yavin 4, and Hoth. And then Starkiller Base, Jakku, and something called Takodanda. Probably a new map, maybe from episode 8. I don't know.
Cool. So a lot of stuff.
And
all
then a
universes.
couple of modes, just an 8-player strike mode, Starfighter Assault.
Oh, they're bringing
your space
they're
battle.
bringing the original Battlefront 2 servers.
Yeah, on PC,
for-
I did
yeah,
see that.
PC and
And then Heroes
Steam
and
is doing
Villains mode. That's basically
Oh,
it.
there's a Heroes and Villains mode in the new game.
In the
Yep.
new game.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was. Oh wait, that was in the.
That was in the
newest-
original game. I don't know if they're gonna do
Yeah.
where it's like people like
Well,
because
my
I remember
favorite thing about Battlefront 2.
it's gonna be a 4-on-4.
Yeah,
Heroes
my
mode.
oh yeah, I don't like that. My favorite thing about Battlefront 2 on the PS2 was being able to do
And then
single player bot fighting.
Yeah, this will have that.
this is gonna
Okay.
have an
See,
additionally
that's
the game
what I was
will
missing from the first.
additionally the game will feature an
remake.
arcade mode that offers single player or split screen multiplayer on console.
And it'll also
where
have a campaign.
players take on
Okay.
AI foes.
That does. So it sounds like this game
Yeah,
And
they
it
put-
has the
they,
brought back the
they
features
they
that
put
the
a lot
last
more
game.
work into it.
Yeah.
It's still missing the entire. It's still missing Galactic Conquest.
Oh, well,
And
that was my.
space
Yeah, it doesn't have
battles. Yeah, it
Galactic
doesn't have
Conquest.
that. But space battles.
It's basically
and
gonna be like a
land battles are still
scrimmage
separate.
AI mode type of thing.
It's the rich fact of the day. This is
Okay.
the part of the show where we let the audience know a little known fact about Rich that only his closest friends and family know, but we told the rest of the world it. So today, our guest Tim, if you'd like to go ahead and tell everyone something about Rich that they don't know.
Rich.
No, you can't lie. It has to be
No,
100%
I'm not-
truthful.
I'm not. I'm not a liar.
Okay.
I ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah, Rich has this stash locked away in a safety deposit box, and in it he keeps the possessions of every person that he mugs on the freeway.
Did not think that sentence was going to end with that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Most people don't get mugged on the freeway.
Yeah, it's
You're
a
driving
high-speed
pretty
mugging.
fast.
Yes.
But it's like a train
That's
robbery,
why they're
Train ride.
but it's on
why-
buses.
That's
Oh
why
my
that's why they're treasured possessions.
Okay. All right.
You should have made it like he
So,
takes a lock of hair.
Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about that Shadow of War charity thing, that whole disaster? Now it's just going to be free and
No charity.
they're just going to donate to the family themselves. The character's going to be free and
Yeah.
well there was this whole issue of like what states is it legal for and internationally.
Instead of giving, there's a controversy about giving money to charity.
Yeah,
we're
so
just not
the
gonna
new
give any
Lord of the
money to
Rings
charity.
game, the one developer died from cancer, and so they created a DLC character in his likeness, and they were going to charge $350 for him, and then give those or it's going to be $5, $350 were going to go to his family. And there was a whole bunch of issues with legality of donations from different states because it was only legal in like 40 states.
Yeah.
And then countries were wondering, and so they're like, it's just going to be a free character, and we're just going to do a download now because this thing has been going on.
So are they going to give their own donation to the family then? Or-
Yeah, the company is just going to do
Okay.
a donation, and the character
No,
you
we're
can just
canceling
download.
that.
Because there was just so much.
Yeah.
Because people whining about having to pay for things.
Yeah.
I think they were
They
actually
want-
just like, well, maybe that, but I think they were they were just like, is this money actually going to go to the family?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people use is this actually going to go to the family to not donate money to causes.
Yeah, I hate donating money to causes.
Yeah, they play that card and then go, oh, but I still want the stuff. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted it free, which it is. But
And as
another
we had
thing,
discussed before, it's not a game-breaking character. It's just an
Right.
aesthetic.
yeah, it's just a DLC character. It's just going to be orc or yeah.
I bought Madden 18.
Did you?
Yeah,
What do you think of it?
Madden 17.
As most EA games are.
Yeah,
FIFA's the same this year. I think NHL's basically.
they changed
the same.
like the.
This is why I don't play sports games.
There's a long shot mode I haven't started.
That I heard is really good.
Yeah, I want to get started on that, but
But I heard there's not
just
a whole ton of action. I heard there's more football than they actually want. Like more people want just a plain story mode.
then fucking go become a football player.
What?
Like, If you want to
People
live
wanted like a.
What
if
if
you
they
want to
don't have-
live as a high school football star so bad, go do it.
What if they don't have legs, Najm? What if they lost their legs in Iraq fighting for your freedom?
Then they're already
as,
past.
as one does in Iraq.
Then they're already past the high school football star stage, right?
Yep.
Not.
For the football player out there, or aspiring football player, preteen who lost their legs in a car accident now,
Yeah.
In
No.
Iraq.
this game is not for you.
If they were born without legs,
Nick Vujicic is not going to be playing this
or
game.
you know, like women also.
Oh boy.
We're going to have to cut the whole back half of this show.
I'm not
That's
getting into
not even
that.
sexist. Like literally, women can't be in the NFL. Like that's just
They
Oh.
can be in the NFL if they're good enough.
Why is that?
There is no rule against women in the NFL.
There's
Okay.
no law.
Yeah, you see female players on high school teams.
Right.
That
But
happens.
as of yet, there are no women in the NFL.
Yeah, as of
So maybe they should put down
Could you
Madden
imagine the
and
backlash, though?
play some football.
Could you imagine the public controversy to that?
if they
all
actually
these
said
all these burly male players are giving brain damage to a female player now.
Whose
That's a
heads
good
are
point.
softer, we know.
I'd like to see that in my lifetime.
what a woman get brain
Everyone-
damage from
Everyone has an everyone has an equal right to
Men
get
give
brain
women
damage.
brain damage
yes.
all the time. It's called domestic abuse.
No,
oh,
some
come
woman
on.
in Lackawanna is going to join
I-
the NFL.
We're just gonna the NFL's just gonna bring their domestic abuse problem out in the
I
open.
I just want women to have the same opportunity to get brain damage as a man does.
They
in
have
the
the same exact opportunity.
to get brain damage in the NFL.
Well, they have the
Yeah.
same legal opportunity, but there are roadblocks.
Yeah,
Like
it's like a black
Being
people voting.
generally smaller.
Am I supposed to apologize because I want to see the biggest, fastest, strongest people beat the shit out of each other?
No.
And that's it.
You don't have to apologize. You just have to let them play sports games. That's how this started. You said nobody should.
So the long shot mode, I haven't started it yet, but it's. I wanted to get some games in through franchise to find out how it works before I started playing the.
I mean, franchise basically. Long shot mode is basically just gonna be a bunch of like.
Like be a pro.
No, it's basically gonna be like
Be a pro.
a lot of cutscenes, it being voice acted and all that, and then there's a couple.
They're just gonna try and impress us with the personalities they throw in.
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be more of like a cinematic story type of thing.
I will say, I thought the advertising, the ad campaigns for Madden 18 were really clever. It was like that one. It's like I don't know enough about football, but it's a football player watching the game being played in a store, and then he's like, "Aren't you on TV?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I thought I had a bye week," and he like runs away. Like the point is that it's so photo. Have you guys seen these ads?
I think I saw
Yeah,
the one.
The
so
idea is
it's
that
really
it's
funny.
so photorealistic that an actual player thought he had a game that day. I thought it was kind of
And
funny.
Now the
It's-
consoles
it's
are
not.
getting more powerful and the engines
It's
are
not
getting
funny?
better.
no, it's
getting-
not photorealistic.
It's getting
Oh,
closer.
Or it's-
no, but
I don't think you're
It's
ever
the
going
same
to hit
as last year.
photorealism until you have like
VR,
machines capable
full
of running
VR.
like your CGI in Star Wars, your CGI Tarkin.
Yeah,
Until
it's
you
always
get
going to look a
consoles and
little
PCs,
off.
until you get that kind of power and rendering technology in the home computer to render an entire world like that, it's never going to hit photorealism.
And there are a few like
Especially
little.
because you can still tell it's not a physical object in the world, which is why practical effects are often better looking than CG.
Yep.
They did a few quirky things like changing around the loading menus that make it look worse than last year's. It's amazing.
That's fine.
It's like one of those things where it's like, who thought this was a good idea? Because it's really terrible.
They
Like
did
now
other
on the
quirky
loading
things, like giving you
screens,
the option to win a game with the Browns.
at the bottom of the loading screen, there's a little
African
football
American.
that turns like it's a football spiraling, and it looks so like it's from Game Day 2003.
Well,
It just doesn't fit.
that retro shit is back in, you know.
I don't want to see retro shit in my brand new fucking game that costs $70 when Game Day 2003 is
That wasn't $10.
$3.
It's not $10 taxes. I don't know. I never.
I don't know.
Our game is more expensive now.
No, they're actually
still 60.
cheaper.
If you adjust for inflation.
No, they're actually.
Honestly, though, how have they kept this price point for like 20 years?
I don't know because back when like the NES and all that, they were like 100.
That's crazy.
No, Game Day 2003 when it came out was like $40 tops.
What was it on?
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Drugs.
like, I'm pretty sure like when the SNES Classic and the Super Nintendo, all those were like,
those were more expensive.
those were $80 and $100.
But that was just the new technology.
Okay.
All right, we gotta call this.
All right, let's call
Yeah.
this then.
Should we do our
Picks of the week.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not want to? I don't.
No, Rich.
We gotta
Dick.
do it.
I know, Dick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dick
Picks of the week. The Dick Picks of the week.
We do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't participate.
So this is the part of the show where we all take a picture of our penises and send it out to anonymous strangers.
No.
I don't. But
You're
I
gay-
do that anyways. But
you do what you do.
You know, you're gay if you don't. So that's all I'm gonna say.
This is really just like we all get one thing to talk
It's
about.
Richard Dick's picks of the week. So we all just say something that we really been like. It could be me. We've had gluten-free macaroni. We've had.
I usually
stretchy
say a TV
jeans.
show every week.
Yeah, he does a TV show, like albums, just whatever you've been like jiving on this week. So you can go last to give you some time to think. Does anybody have one to start?
Man.
You do?
No, I gotta think.
Oh.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go ahead. We'll just go in the circle.
It was just added to Hulu. It's a 90s comedy, Boy Meets World. I thought it was a good comedy back in the 90s, and finally they added it to Hulu, so I go
Yeah.
back and watch it. Only thing that's really annoying is how much I realized I hate Laugh Track.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot that was a big thing back in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything. Yeah.
and how much it was back in comedies until like 5 years ago.
Until
maybe.
very recently.
I think Big Bang Theory is the last show right now that has a laugh track.
Yeah. Well, you know what they do? They have a sign above the stage that tells the audience when to applaud and when to
Well,
laugh.
if there's a live audience, I don't think Big Bang Theory even. I think they just.
I don't think
use
most shows now
recordings.
do live
Yeah.
audience.
They just
Right.
have.
No, but
SNL
I'm
is
saying
probably the
even
only
when
show.
they.
Yeah. Even yeah.
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 So like when someone says it's not a laugh track, they film in front of a live audience. No, but it's still.
Right. And when people say laugh track, they don't. It doesn't matter if it's an.
Yeah,
All
canned
we
studio
mean is that
laughter is
there's
basically
laughing.
You hear the laughing
You
in
hear
the
an
background
audience
of the
laughing
show.
in the show. That's all it means.
Yeah,
Which
and
I
it's
hate.
very annoying.
It
But
is.
other than that, it was a well done. I thought it was a good comedy
The thing
back
that
in
made
the
me
90s.
start hating the Big Bang Theory is that some genius on YouTube took the Big Bang Theory and
Removed the
just
laugh track.
removed the laugh track, so now it's just a bunch of awkward pauses
Yeah.
between all the jokes, and then you realize there are no jokes.
Oh, okay.
No line is funny for its own sake.
Yep.
Just the audience just.
I mean, I think some of Boy Meets World is funny, but yeah, laugh track is annoying. But the show's good.
All right. My dick pick of the week, I'm going to go with custom guitar building. So basically, I bought a cheap guitar, bought a bunch of parts, and I'm going to make it better by upgrading it and just doing all the work on it myself. And it's just been really fun. I haven't done all of it yet, but I did certain things, and it's already better. And I enjoyed a lot more than the previous base model crappy guitar. That's still a decent guitar, but
Sure.
I don't know, it's fun. So gave me something to do, can fully customize it, make it look however you want. And it's fun to work with your hands and have the final product. So I'm really excited for this. I have my last part that I really need coming in Saturday from New Zealand. So
Nice.
Cool.
it'll be fun.
Cool. My pick of the week is funfetti cake. Somebody brought it into my office today.
It is good.
It's really good.
I like it.
That's not.
Yeah.
You never get too old for funfetti.
No, I just don't remember it being as good as it was today.
It's pretty
It was
good.
really good. Yeah.
I haven't had it in forever.
I mean, it's not. They're not all equal, right? Like, it's just cake with funfetti sprinkles in it. So you could make a bad funfetti cake, but the one I had today was really good.
Oh, okay.
So that's my pick of the week.
All right.
Mine is accidentally bidding up a product that isn't worth the high price. I went to a comedy show fundraiser for the Kiwanis Club, and it wasn't doing too well. So the comedian offered a 12-person VIP night at his comedy club worth $150, and he started the bidding at $50. In an attempt to raise more money, it was going up by $10 increments, and then when it hit $160, I just decided to yell $200. And then another person bid $225. and the person stopped the bidding and said, "You know what? I'll give you each the comedy night if you both agree to pay $225." So I was put on the spot, and now I have a 12-person VIP night at a comedy club for $75 more than the value.
Oh, jeez.
So if you guys want to go to a comedy night, the tickets are $20 a piece.
Are you saying that to us or anyone listening?
That's to.
Yes.
I have 12 spots, and there's only 5 people here. So to all the listeners, reach out to me, please. Have $20. I need the money.
My pick of the week is I am reading The Hobbit again. I'm about halfway through, and one thing it's reminding me of is that you can't take a 300-page book and turn it into three-hour movies. It doesn't
yeah,
work. They got to add a bunch of useless shit like a love story. The main character is no longer the main character. They brought in a bunch of stars like Orlando Bloom, who were not in the original, and they turned it into another CG action movie for 20 to 35-year-olds. So
I didn't mind it though. I thought it was good. I thought the trilogy was good.
I didn't mind the first movie. I kind of liked it. The second movie, with each viewing, I'm like, this sucks harder and harder every time I see it, and then I didn't even bother to watch the third
Oh,
movie.
I watched the third one. It was actually pretty good.
I've seen clips of the third movie on YouTube, and Legolas jumps on a crumbling bridge, brick by brick, in midair.
I
and
do
it
remember
looks
that. That was really weird.
ridiculous. You can't just take this story and turn it into a CG action movie.
But they all made a lot of money.
Yeah, and I do not blame the Tolkien estate for not allowing any more.
Oh, that's right. Thank God. And the franchise.
All right.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
This is a long show.
I know.
It'll be cut.
Cut it into 2 episodes so we don't have to come back next week.